All right, well, I am here with RadioShack team physiologist Alan Lim. I may be one of the first people to address you with your new title. Alan, that was sort of the big story of the week, and I want to talk to you a bit about your new role. But first, just your reaction to your move from Garmin to RadioShack.
Well, you know, I think I was surprised, but I wasn't surprised. I mean, for me, it was a super hard decision to make. You know, I love the program that we started at Garmin, and I love the guys dearly. I have nothing but good memories and respect, and wish them all of success. And so, if the reaction that people had, you know, even matched my reaction, I guess that's normal, because it was a hard decision. But you know, I wanted a more focused role, and there was the opportunity. So, you know, came over.
What has it been like for you since you've been here? I know this is more of a meet and greet. I don't think I don't know how much you've been involved with. I know they're retool, doing some bike fittings. Yeah. Is it for you just sort of shaking hands, getting to know people? Are you actually, you know, writing numbers down and applying your knowledge just in the few days you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, we started off running at this camp. I brought in all the retool boys from Colorado, and we spent all day yesterday zinning all the bicycles, basically just remeasuring all the bikes and getting a database done there. We fitted maybe about 10 of the guys, including Lance, and we actually made some I think really nice changes. In particular, just getting that precision back down again with his bike measurements, all the bikes that he's riding, and playing with some cleat positions and wider cue and you know, different pedals. So I think that that in itself was a great way to start, and super Productive.
From a scientific side, obviously working with a guy like Lance has got to be interesting, because he has been one of the greatest endurance athletes of all time. Yeah. From the sporting side, maybe the last 5 years, either when you were working with Floyd Landis or working with Jonathan Vaughters and, you know, trying to get Christian or Bradley Wiggins onto the podium, what's it like to be fitting helping fit Lance Armstrong on a bike, the guy who, you know, at one end or another you were sort of trying to defeat in the past or trying to better?
Yeah. Yeah, certainly it's strange on one level, but on another level, it's all same, right? Same, but different, as they say. You know, what I appreciate is that he has such an eye for detail, and he cares so much about the little things that it ends up being a great fit. And after you get over the fact that he is who he is, it's just like working with any other really intelligent rider.
We were just talking with Levi Leipheimer, and one of the first things that he said about what he's excited about for 2010 is working with you and having you working with the team. Oh, wow. You mentioned to me that now that you're going to have a more sort of precise role, you're not going to be wearing so many hats, you're not going to be baking rice cakes, you're not going to be you know, running bags around, you're going to have a very isolated, specific role. Can you share it all with us, or are they trade secrets? What kind of projects you're going to be sort of implementing, or maybe something that you didn't have the resources or time to institute at Garmin that you're going to try to kick off 2010 with RadioShack?
Yeah, I don't think there are trade secrets at all. I think that what it is really attention to detail. I mean, that was definitely a mantra with Jonathan, and that was something that he really imbued me with. And I think I'm going to take that same sense of paying attention to detail and try to execute the real fundamentals, the real basics. I think that there is a big chasm between science and practice, and I think my job here is to really continue to study the sports science and to tap into the best researchers and the best minds out there, and then to start to think about, well, how can we execute this on a daily basis with this team? And they're little things, you know, they're little things from, you know, just saying having a good hygiene practice or protocol so guys don't get sick, to you know, thinking about the hydration and the recovery and the food strategies, etc. So it'll be a lot of the same, and it'll be a lot of continued kind of growth and research. So hopefully we'll have new things on tap, and that, you know, hopefully we don't even know what they are yet.
Have you gotten a sense of how the structure is going to work? Will you answer directly to Johan? Will there be sort of a team of guys that you consult with, whether it's based on nutrition or equipment, and work its way up to Johan? Have you even had a chance to sit down and chat with him about that?
We've talked initially about it. Yeah, certainly. I think it's going to be Johan. It's going to be Lance. They're the guys who run the show here. But I think that more than that, I'm going to be a liaison between Lance's F1 program and the rest of the team. That maybe what's been missing is somebody on the ground level to funnel in all those great minds and all those sponsors and all that technology and all the people here to contribute to their performance. And so I'll be more of a funnel point, I think, and someone who can then be a middleman between all that great thinking and all the execution.
When you and I spoke yesterday, you cited a bit of road fatigue as one of the reasons to make the jump over.
Sure,
a little bit less time on the road, more time to tinker and come up with new ideas and new projects. When you look forward to 2010, is there any one race or anything, rider or idea that you're most excited about? I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, certainly. I think there are a lot of really neat things that we want to try to do this year. Of course, they all center around the Tour de France. That's the big race. I'm really excited to work and continue to work with Dr. Stacy Sims from Stanford on thermal regulation projects and hydration projects. That was something that we did together last year that was really special. So stuff on that end. I think that continuing to work on the area of training monitoring and developing stronger protocols to understand how all these guys are training and what's going on so that they can be a little more educated about that fundamental piece of the equation. After all, it really, I think, does come down to training and who trains the best, who trains the most intelligently. So a lot of basics, and hopefully that turns out to be a great tour.
I started this interview off by addressing you as the Team RadioShack physiologist, Alan Lim. I'm going to end it the same way. How does that feel to hear that, to be addressed that way after 5 years in the Slipstream program?
Oh, I think that it's both exciting, but at the same time, it leaves me with a heavy heart. I'm going to miss the guys on Slipstream dearly, but I think that it comes down to friendships and relationships, and all those guys really supported my move, and I talked to a lot of the guys, and they all were so great, and I think that they're the ones who are really giving me the strength to take this next step in my life, and for that I am so grateful. So I really intend to be a part of their lives always, and I think that at the end of the day, our time in cycling is really short, but the relationships and the friendships that we make on the road hopefully will last us a lifetime, and that's what I'm most looking forward to, is continue to stay connected.